faith that we took in our marketing efforts, at least what comes to mind, is we do this annual party. We call it Celebration, with an 8, of course, right? So it's in March. Our 5-year celebration will be this March 17th, 2018. And we kind of took a leap of faith in the sense that we wanted to, it's one of our few events where we sell tickets. Most of our events are open to the public. As I mentioned before, we're very open door policy. All are welcome to the brewery. From time to time, we have ticketed events because we incur higher production costs to put an event of this size on. And so for our annual celebration, we sell tickets, and kind of a leap of faith that we said we'd try and see if it worked, would try to introduce blind pre-sale. So basically, we have a concert. It's almost a music festival, if you will, with like 5, 6, 7 bands playing on that day. And what we said is, let's just try a blind pre-sale where we only give out the date and buy your ticket now at this reduced price, trust us. We didn't think, we had our doubts. Is this a good idea? Should we be revealing who the bands are? Should we give more details about the event? And we just kind of rolled the dice, did a blind pre-sale, and if our expectation was selling 100 pre-sale tickets, we sold almost 1,000 pre-sale tickets, and it kind of just blew us out of the water. And we said, this is how we want to do this moving forward. And so, we have this blind pre-sale. People are just rolling the dice with us and trusting us. And then we announce the music, and the ticket prices go up. People continue to purchase, and then we raise the prices and limit the tickets on the day of. And that was kind of a leap of faith we took, was doing this blind pre-sale. We could have made this announcement. People may have not, been receptive to it, but it worked for us, and we've done that every single year. We'll be doing our blind pre-sale in about a week or two, and we get most of our traction from that, just a poster, the date, save it, buy your tickets now. We'll tell you all the details later, and it seems to be working for us.
So a couple of years ago, I was working with a client that was a professional services firm, and most of their competitors would run ads in the local business journal. They'd run a 3-column wide by 10-inch deep ad, run it 12 times over the course of 52 issues, and kind of hope that something happened. And we recommended that they do something way different, and this really involved a leap of faith. And what was different was we took the same amount of dollars that we were going to spend in that newspaper, in that local business journal, and we allocated it to billboards. And so the first conversation was, I can't repeat all the words, but like, why in God's green earth are we going to do billboards? That's what Coca-Cola does, or that's what packaged goods companies do. And so we showed them some creative that went along with it. It tied to their brand position, and we did it. And so these billboards went on Houston freeways. We had 7 or 8 of them that ran at the same time, and they had somewhat cheeky copy to it, and which fit their brand personality. And so for the same amount of money, we generated a whole lot more interest and buzz than we would have from the typical business journal ad that everyone else was doing. But then we started talking to some of the partners of that consulting firm and asked about their interactions with new clients and existing clients in the marketplace. And it was remarkable, because once we started asking that question, we were reminded and told that many times people did see those ads, did see those billboards. They commented on the copy. They were able to play some of the copy points back, and it made a big difference. But that was a true leap of faith of doing something that was a little bit unusual, something that our competitors weren't doing, and it resulted in better brand awareness than we would have had with the traditional approach.
One of the examples of a success story in marketing for us is how we market to our existing customers. And so one of the things that will drive growth for APS is doing more business with our existing customers. So retention programs are vitally important. So we kicked off a retention program 2 or 3 quarters ago, where we identify our top customers, the top users of our products, and we send them just some simple gifts, simple things that just to thank them for their business. And one of the things that's worked really well is that we not only send them a gift, but we also send them something they can share with other people. And so we've had some really good responses to some of those things that we've done. So, as an example, about a quarter ago, it was National Coffee Day. So we put together a Keurig coffee machine with some goodies, etc., with some APS mugs, and we sent that to them, and we said, hey, share a cup of coffee and cookies with all the people within your organization. And we also track the inbound emails that come from this kind of activity. So before we send the gift, we send an email to our customer, hey, you're about to get something. When it arrives, we say it's arrived. And a few days later, we do a follow-up and say, hey, did you enjoy your gift? And we get a lot of interaction from customers. So we know that they're paying attention to us. We know that they're engaging with us. And there were two examples of customers that were a little slow with us, that woke up and placed orders with us 2 or 3 weeks later. There was another example of a person that I had a really tough time getting in touch with, and this is literally months of trying to get in touch with him. And 2 to 3 days after this retention drop, he sent me an email just to thank me, which allowed me to resume a conversation with him. So I think those are two good examples, or a couple of good examples of how marketing has worked well for us.
So it's my counsel to entrepreneurs is that sometimes marketing people and others are going to come up with ideas that may seem a little bit far afield. And it's often been said that marketing is both a science and an art. And the science part of it is certainly the part that you can measure clicks and you can measure brand awareness. You can look at all the media metrics and make a right kind of media buy. So that's the kind of the science part of it. But the art part of it is not only in the messaging and what you say, but also how you say it and where you say it.